If you've ever been in a situation where you've suddenly needed $500, $300, $100 and you just don't have it, today's episode is all about how to never let that happen again, how to create a cash cushion, but also how to find fast cash when you need it. Because all of us are going to have some disaster befall us at some time, and we're going to need money really quickly that we don't have. So, listen into today's episode for some ideas on how you can solve that. The Happy Money Journey team want to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today. I'd also like to pay my respects to elders past and present. Welcome to my Happy Money Journey. I'm Phoebe Blamey, award-winning finance expert and founder, here with practical strategies and inspiring stories to help you take charge of your finances and live your best life. Let's dive in, because your journey to financial freedom starts now. Today's episode is sponsored by Entourage Finance and Property. Entourage is a finance and property advisory business whose mission it is to help Australians grow their wealth through property. With services including home loan lending, buyers and vendors advocacy, and car finance, Entourage supports Australians in achieving their home ownership dreams. Everything we talk about is general in nature. Specific advice to you can only be given by a finance professional. So if you need someone, reach out. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you need cash really, really quickly? Because I found myself in this situation yesterday. And I wanted to talk to you about it because this was one of those moments for me where I realized how far I'd come from who I was 10 years ago to who I am now. And I want to share it with you, and I want to share with you how I got there, because to me, this ability to just put your hands on some cash is one of the things that used to completely and utterly wipe me out 10 years ago. I just didn't have money on hand that I could use without getting myself into credit card debt or without borrowing from friends or family. And you know what? If you're doing that at the moment, just forgive yourself. We do the best we can with what we've got, but I want to show you a way that you can find fast cash and you can actually make a huge difference to the way you feel about your money. And this is one of the small steps that I really like to talk about, because we're talking about creating a cash cushion. We're talking about not an emergency fund, but a cash cushion, which is something that you will spend when you need it and will stop you falling into that feeling of scarcity and lack. It will help you really build your confidence when it comes to money, but it will also really help you get away from that feeling that one unexpected bill can just wipe you out. Okay, this is your permission slip to stop living on the edge of financial chaos. We're going to break this down. We're going to show you why you need one. I'm going to show you how to build it, and I'm going to show you how to find some fast cash so that you've got money when you need it. You're going to sleep better, you're going to breathe easier, and you are going to handle emergencies without spiraling. So this isn't a magic wand, but it's going to feel like one once you've got it in place. Life will throw you curveballs. We all know that. Mine came yesterday. So I've got a beach house down in Apollo Bay. Yes, it's an Airbnb. And yes, that sounds really, really fancy, but stay with me. It pays for itself mostly. I'm very happy with it. It was one thing I wanted to give myself when I became that unapologetically strong, wealthy woman, but we'll do that in a separate episode. Anyway, yesterday my agent called. She couldn't get into the house. The digital lock's offline. Why? Because it should work even if it's offline. The internet's down. Why? Because why not? We're in a country town. Everything is going wrong. So I'm 3 hours away from there. I'm in Melbourne. So I am scrambling to fix things remotely. I cannot. We've done all the fixes that I can possibly do, and she's actually at this point locked herself out completely. So I've made a decision. I've gone down, I've bought a Wi-Fi dongle, a backup lock, I've organised a locksmith, and I've worked myself out to go down there the next day. All in all, I've probably spent $600 or $700 yesterday. Plus I've got to have money for petrol, plus my time, plus everything. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I wasn't walking around going, hey, that's wonderful. But what I was thinking is, isn't it nice that I don't fall into a panic about going and spending this money. And it made me make good decisions. So I've walked into JB Hi-Fi to get the backup lock, and it's a digital lock, as I said. I've done my price matching, so I've saved $50 off the cost of the lock. But I've also said to them, I may need to bring this back. I may not need to use it, so am I okay to get a full refund? Yep, absolutely. All sorted. And I didn't know this, but this is a good thing for future reference. You know, when you're in JB Hi-Fi and they ask, or Bunnings or anywhere, like if you get that receipt sent to your mobile phone, they can then look it up later, which makes it very easy to bring something back if you need to. Anyway, back to my story. 10 years ago, I would have had a complete meltdown about this. I remember a time where one flat tire and I couldn't leave the house for 3 days. And this is way before the working from home trend. So I'm just basically unable to do anything. For 3 days, I have to get public transport everywhere because I've got a flat tire and I'm waiting for payday to be able to get that all fixed. I was cooked. And same with, if you have a surprise vet bill, if you have a dental bill, any kind of unexpected expense. And it's amazing when we don't have this cash cushion, the things that we will put off doing as well. We'll put off getting our car serviced. We'll put off going to the dentist. We'll put off all these things that then when we don't do it, causes us greater problems. Because back then, my money stress was just absolutely constant. I was always stressed. And that stress eats your joy, but it also gets you in a cycle of feeling that constant scarcity. And when you feel constant scarcity, it's really hard to create any kind of feeling of abundance in your life. So yes, this cash cushion was one of the first things I did before I really got onto my happy money journey. I want to be really clear on what it isn't. It's not a 6-month emergency fund. It's not our running away from home or job money. It is not our holiday fund. It is not our going and buying clothes when we're feeling a bit down. This is money for unexpected but unsurprising expenses. New tires, going to the dentist, the fridge dies, something like that. And it's not about being rich. This is about being ready for those things that you know are going to come up, because they come up. We know they come up. So we're going to be really practical about how we're going to do this and what we're going to do. So let's start by working out, what is your goal? What is an amount of money that you can envisage having to the side? Is it $100, $300, $500, $1,000? Whatever it is, we're going to call it your bundle. So let's say it's $300. That's it. That's all you need. This isn't a savings account where we keep adding and adding and adding to it. This is our cash cushion. So you decide how you want to keep it. I personally keep it I've got 2 accounts. So I've got the account that I use for my day-to-day spending, discretionary spending, but I've also got my direct debit account. So I keep it in my direct debit account because I don't keep that account on my internet banking. I can't see it. Doesn't earn any interest. It's still a spending account, but I keep it there because this emergency fund needs to be within reach. So if you need to put it into a high interest savings account, as long as you can't access it, or it's difficult to access, as long as you aren't looking at it all the time and knowing it's there and thinking, oh my God, I can just use that and then I'll pay it back. This is for those specific kind of unexpected but unsurprising things that pop up. Not to buy clothes with, right? And when I say that, I'm saying it because they're the kind of mistakes that I used to make. I used to take money that I'd put aside for an emergency and I'd be feeling a bit down and I'd go and treat myself. So this isn't a treat yourself account. This is separate from that. We're going to build this hill that you can actually climb. Set the goal. Work out how much money you want. Second step, open a separate account. Put it somewhere where it's hidden slightly from yourself. It's out of sight. It's out of spending temptation. And keep it where you need to. Then set your goal, open the account. And then we're gonna fill that account. We're gonna put that money, and just that amount of money. We're not going to keep adding to it. This isn't a savings account. This is something that we just do once and then we set and forget. We're going to build it and then we're going to leave it there. We're not going to keep adding to it. It's not a savings account. This is something that we are using as our cash cushion. So where do we find this money? And to me, this is the fun part. Let's start at the beginning. Let's trim the fat off our weekly spending. What's not bringing you joy? Can you cancel a streaming service? Can you swap a takeaway for leftovers for lunch? Can you DIY your nails? My daughter started DIYing her nails. She's buying the fake nails from Kmart. $2 instead of $200 or something like that. Don't cut out the things that make you happy. Just cut out the crap that doesn't make you happy. Trim the fat off your spending. If you trim the fat off your spending, I guarantee you are going to find somewhere between $10 and $100 to be able to put into this fund. Next thing, find windfalls, tax refunds, found $50 in your coat. Put that straight into the cushion. This isn't fun money, this is freedom money. And as I said, we only have to do this once until we have to do it again, but I'll get to that. Next thing, sell your stuff, sell your shit, sell your clothes, sell the stuff that you don't need. Remember, your trash is someone else's treasure. So if you've got clothes, if you've got tech, if you've got homewares, if you've got that weird juicer that you used twice, someone else wants it. List it, flip it, and then it becomes your cushion. You can go on Marketplace, you can go, I see things in our local community stuff all the time. Just get it out, get it done. Move it along. Go on a short-term spend cleanse. If it's going to take you a month to save that $300 by cutting every little bit of thing that you love out of your life, but you're going to have that for the future, then give that gift to your future self. We do it on the spend cleanse. We ban takeaway. We pause subscriptions. And it's a big trim the fat. It's trim the fat and some of the skin and get it all gone. And then we can start again. It's just 1 month, it's not forever, and it's a financial reset. And that spend cleanse could be really worth it for your peace of mind. Next thing, micro hustle. Look at pet sitting, look at Airtasker, look at Fiverr, look at Canva, look at resume writing, babysitting, typing for someone else, delivering Uber Eats one night a week. Whatever you can do that is fast and short to get that cash in the door. You have skills that someone else doesn't have, and those skills can easily be redirected into a micro hustle. So have a think about what you've got that someone else might want and do it. Go on a little renegotiation, couple of hours. Call your bank, call your energy provider, call your telco, ask for a better deal. Threaten to leave. I've got a friend that dropped her home loan rate by 0.8%. She's saving $1,000 a month. That first $1,000, that first month, that's her cash cushion. Then the rest of the money is just hers to spend what she wants to do with it. That's not small change. That's game-changing stuff. Find unclaimed money. Go to the ATO, go to MyGov, go to the State Revenue Office. Look for refunds, lost super, forgotten bank accounts. You will be shocked at how much money is floating around with your name on it if you haven't done this already. So I'll put the links to your State Revenue Office and where you can find your unclaimed money in the show notes, because that is a big one. That is things that people forget all the time. Next one is find those friends that forgot to pay you back, children that forgot to pay you back. You know, boundaries are a financial skill too. So ask and remind them and get your money back. That is your money, not theirs. So you need it when you need your cushion. And when you've got it, you have to use it, and that's going to happen. And using it is not a failure. I know people with emergency funds that treat their emergency funds like it's the lost city of El Dorado. It's never to be found, never to be touched. This is the whole point of this, is that you're going to touch it. You're going to spend it. You're going to grab it. You're going to use it. And then you're going to go back through the fast cash steps and you're going to rebuild it. You're going to trim it again. You're going to hustle again. You're going to sell again. You're going to refill that cushion with pride, not panic. Because this cash cushion is not disaster. It's your space to respond instead of react. It's your exhale. It's your calm. It's your power. And I can't tell you the difference that I felt the other day when I could just go and work out, what do I need to do to solve this problem, instead of, oh my fucking God, I can't drive my car for a week because I can't afford a tire. This is your actual power. You're going to use it again. you're going to then go back and you're going to find the money again, and you're going to put it away again, and you're going to have a cash cushion for the rest of your life. You've got this. You've got this because we're in it together, right? This is the first step on your happy money journey. This is the one thing that is going to really make a change for you when you need it. So here's what I want from you this week. I want one action. I want you to open the account. I want you to sell something, cancel something, do something, look for your unclaimed money, because these small steps create momentum, and momentum builds your financial confidence, and your financial confidence will build wealth. Remember, you're not behind. You are just getting started if you're starting on this. So tell me, what is the one thing that you are going to do today to start your cash cushion? DM me, tag me, email me. I want to hear it. I want to hear it because I know that sharing a goal or sharing a win can really help you build that momentum. So don't be shy about this. We're in this together. You've got a whole community of people who are looking for financial freedom, people who are looking for this cash cushion, people who are looking for the step that is going to take them from scarcity and lack to feeling wealthy, feeling rich, feeling good, feeling secure, and feeling safe. And if this episode hit home for you, I want you to share it with a friend. Leave a review. Tell me that you liked it. Tell me what you liked about it, because I love being here for you. Sharing these things, sharing these moments, sharing these ideas, and then watching people actually go out and do them. I had someone talk to me the other day about, we'd done the roundup thing and we were talking about micro investment accounts. She just sent me a little DM just saying that she'd had $195 sitting there for herself. I know that when you put this stuff into action, it starts making a difference. So go build that buffer. You've got this. You've got this. And in the meantime, I'll see you next week. I'm Phoebe Blamey. This is my happy money journey, and you enjoy your journey.
And thanks again to Entourage Finance and Property for sponsoring today's podcast. You can find out more about what Entourage can do for you at entourage.com.au.
The information shared on my happy money journey is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or professional advice. While I am a financial educator, the advice given may not be suitable for your individual circumstances. Always consult with a qualified financial professional before making any significant financial decisions. The views expressed are my own and do not necessarily reflect those of any associated organisation. Listener discretion is advised.